Hello folks, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this week's video. This video is going to be the restoration of a Dinky Toys ABC TV mobile control room. Now this one used to belong to my big brother, and somewhere down the years I seem to have got hold of it. I think I might have nicked it off him when I was a kid, but he seems to think that maybe he might have given it to me, but I don't think he did. I think I nicked it. But anyhow, I didn't treat it very well. I treated it pretty badly, and it got a bit bashed up, battered up. And you know, now I started to do these restoration videos and started restoring these vehicles. I started getting a little bit of a guilt trip, and I thought, well, I really need to have a bash at putting this one back into its former glory, former shape, and then, you know, once I've done that, maybe I better give it back to Big Brother. But anyway, I told him I was doing his old van, and he said to me, "Oh no, you keep it." He said, "I'm sure I gave it to you." Anyway, in this video I restore this van, and I showed it to him. He was dead chuffed with the end result, and he said to me he has got the camera somewhere that goes with it, with the little yellow cables or imitation cables. He's seen it recently, so he's going to try and dig it out and give it to me to go with the model, and hopefully once I get my display case, the whole lot will go in there with all the other models that I've restored in the past. So before we start on the restoration, I'd just like to say thank you for all your comments on the last video, and well, all the videos for that matter, and thanks to all my new subscribers. The figures gradually going up, the numbers going up, so I think I've got up to 63 now, so we're doing not too bad. But anyway, no more waffle, let's get on with this week's restoration. So just sit back and enjoy this video and see how I got on. Right, well, let's have a closer look at it. If you can see, the pillar here is cracked and the pillar here is cracked. This one is well bent. I think the glass is pretty much shot. The bottom here is all bent, and you can see here the bottom had come off a long time ago, and yours truly had tried to stick it together again with blue tack. Another big issue with this one is that that's split in two places down there by the rear lights, so it's split sort of from there and it's split on the other side, so there's like a little finger in the middle, so I'll have to sort that out. An old banana sticker that I remember putting on when I was a kid. This should be fun and games with the old striping. I've got 3 colours here, so there's going to be a bit of fun and games with masking tape. One of the wheels has got a chunk out of it there, so to sort that out. Yeah, other than that, it's in good shape. So now I'll have to set to and start undoing it. Okay, so I'll catch you in a minute. Okay, so it's not going to be very hard to get this off, as it's, you know, fell off years ago. I remember it falling off. So that's pretty, do something about that. I don't know. I've got my little blowtorch and stuff where I can sort of repair stuff like that, but I don't know where I've put it because we moved house a few times, so I'll have to see what I'm going to do with that. Anyway, so that's that. Right, so I'm going to have to drill this out, and it's damn rivets, so I'm going to have to be careful there to start it off. Same with the front. Well, that doesn't matter too much about the glass or the plastic in here, because I say I've got a new one, so I'll doesn't matter if I slip on that one. This, yeah, I was looking, it's not in the way of anything, so I'll be able to sort of build that up inside to strengthen it. Super glue and baking powder. Best, it's a bit stronger, I think. It's no good using that filler. So yeah, so we'll get on and drill this out. Better shine some light on the matter. I just started off with this little drill, so it mustn't go through the top of the thing with this. Don't want to come out the top of the roof. Christ, I can't see what I'm doing here. Yeah. Quite a big model, so it's very deep. Oh, sugar. Right, I started it off, so I put a bigger drill bit in. Might need to raid my other box and get an even bigger bit in a minute. Well, let's see what we got here. Trouble is, I can't see how much sort of metal I've got to drill into here. It's difficult to tell the depth of it. Actually, that must be almost enough there. Here's this old tin lid to try and stop all the metal filings going all over the place. But then I usually knock it over or something afterwards, so they go all over the place anyway. Right, let's have a look. Put the drill on the floor so it can't fall any further. There's my little screwdriver. Ah, here we go. Right. Gee, that's it. She's out. She's cracked though, look, when it was riveted in, it's got a little crack in it. Never mind, it should be alright. So, I think I'll sort of pinch that in a little bit with the pliers. And then just leave it as is, because I'll just use some of that sticks like silicone just to put that back in afterwards. So if I pinch that in together there now. Well, that's the idea anyway. Yeah, that's it. That's going to go back in right. Okie doke, so that's going to have to go in the old washing machine. Yeah, this one is still pretty solid. I think I'm going to have to drill some more of that. Oh. I mean, I like doing this. No, it doesn't want to come out. Ugh. Oh heck. Goodness. There she goes. There she goes. Shame that's all cracked there, but anyway, that's yeah. Yours truly. Too many dinky toy crashes. When I was a kid, that's what it is. Pull all those bits off. Right, that's that. That's a bit. I won't throw it away. I'll keep it in my box of spares. But it is shot really.
Okie doke, so catch you in a minute. Right, get these wheels off. I'll just file the axles a bit. Nearly off. That's that one. That one. Same this side. Oh, just like that. Just like that. So that's it. All dismantled. Yeah. That one off. There. So all that's left to go in the old washing machine. Take the tyres off. Actually they're still quite soft for their age. I'm not sure what year these things were made, but I was certainly very small when my brother had this. I think he had it for Christmas, from Father Christmas. There. Okie doke. So I'll see you in a minute. We'll have to put all this in caustic soda, and I'll have to try and straighten that out somehow. Okie doke, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I've got the boiling water in the thing ready. So I'll chuck that in. Quite a big model this, so it doesn't fit very well. Okay, that's in. Now, the old caustic soda. I'll put my mask on. I want to breathe that in. Okay, here it goes. Let's get some more of this stuff. I'm getting a little bit low. Ready? Here we go. Oh, shit. A little bit silly of me. Bollocks. It's gone everywhere now. Ow! Never mind. Doing the job. Yeah. Yeah. Look all that in there. I think I'm going to need a new piece of cardboard on the floor in here. hot water's hot. Well, that's pretty much it. Looks pretty much it to me. There's a bit there, look. Little bit there. Right, I'll put that in this tub here. Wash that in a fairly liquid water. The old paint on the base plate must be a bit stronger than the other paint. It'll come off so easy. Coming off though. It's coming off, but not so well. Needs a bit more of an old scrub. Tell you what, that bottom comes up nice and shiny, look. Look at that. Bloody good. As Jethro would say, bloody good. Look, that's it. Okay, put that in there. Put that in there. Get rid of all this. Right, so I've got that all polished up, wire brushed up. When it came out the caustic soda, I noticed there was a crack in this pillar as well, and the other two have dropped out, so they're down there. So I've got to do a little bit of super gluing and baking powdering. So I'm going to go ahead and try and do that. But it's come out pretty clean. So I've got to put the super glue and that baking powder on there as well, on that back corner, because it's all split. Okay, so I'm going to get on and do that now. Base plate didn't come up too bad. I can't really straighten. I've tried to straighten it, but if I carry on, I'm just going to make it worse, because the metal's stretched, so I'm not going to be able to get it right. So I'm just going to maybe try and solder up those cracks, and where it's broken there where the rivets go, I'll try and solder that maybe. I'll see how it goes. I'll give it a go anyway. Okay, so let's get on and clean these pieces and glue them. Well, I might glue them on first and then clean them gently afterwards, these two pillars. Right. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so I did that off camera in the end. It was easier, so I've just put the glue in the baking soda. I'll just leave it dry, but then I'll have to file it and sand it and get it back into shape. Okay, folks. I tried to do that on camera, but the camera was getting in the way and I couldn't do it, so I've done it off camera. Anyway, I think I've more or less got these pillars back That one's not quite 100%. I hope you won't notice it, but I think once it's painted it'll be alright. Anyway, they're nice and solid again now. And the back I've filled up inside the back with the old super glue baking powder, and it's kind of a bit full of little dents, but I'm not going to put filler in, because if I start putting filler in it's going to be such a thin layer that it's probably going to end up falling out. So the holes are filled, that groove is filled, and I can just about make out the light, so when I detail it I'll just paint those lights in and hopefully you won't notice too much. So that's that. That's taken me the best part of an hour to do that. So it's time for me to put my tea on and go and have my shower. And normal service will be resumed again tomorrow when I get back from work. Okie doke. So I'll see you in a minute. Bye for now. Okay, so I'm going to go out and spray the primer on now. I've just masked off the front grille. I don't know if I will use a Molotow pen on there or not, or whether to use just silver paint. But I've masked it off anyway because I don't want to lose too much detail with too many coats of paint on there. Okay, so I'm going to go off outside and spray this now with primer. Okay, so I've painted the grey, and I'm just going to take this masking tape off because I don't want to leave it on there too long. There's masking tape and paper and all them sorts here put on here. Sticky. Right, it's all sticking to me now. Sorry I keep going out of shot all the time. I've got to sort out, I've got to get a new stand for my camera. Yeah! Stuck to me. It's taken a bit of primer off there, but I'll just touch that up. I'm not too worried about that at this stage. Right, so that's the silver done and the grey done. So now it's going to be for the blue. So I'm going to leave that for a couple of days now. Obviously I'll touch that up. I'll just touch it with a brush, and then I'll leave it a couple of days, and I'll mask this up, and I'll mask the roof up, the silver that I've done, and then I'll paint the blue on. And once I've done that, I'm going to have to do the red stripe. So, okie doke. So we'll see you in the next stage. It'll be in a few minutes for you, a couple of days for me. Okay, catch you in a bit. Okay, so I've just masked this up to put the blue. So I've masked the silver top and masked the grey bottom, and then I'm going to paint. This is all pale blue, so I'm going to go and do that now before it gets dark. Right, catch you in a bit. Okay, so I've just painted this blue on the top, so we'll see when it dries. See the masking tape's lifted a little bit on the back there, so I'm worried that's gone through. But anyway, if it has left it, leave it dry and just redo the silver. So I'll leave that now for another couple of days, and then I'll do the red stripe. This is the second time already that I've painted this. First time the paint reacted, and when I did the red stripe, so I had to strip it all down and start again, so I was a little bit peed off with that. So yeah, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it'll be better this time. Okie doke, so we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we'll tape's already coming off, so I'll put paper in to put as little as possible masking tape on it. I think it would have gone through the front here because I didn't tape that right down, because I didn't want to pull the paint off that square, you can see there, that little square hatch at the front. So it's gone through a little bit, but not the end of the world. You actually don't notice it from a distance. You see it on the camera, but you hardly notice it. So, okay, so that's that bit out the way. Move the camera back a bit. Way to start here. Don't want it to fall off. Yeah. Scary stuff. Piece off there, look. Blast. I'll have to touch it up. Oh, paint's gone through as well. Oh well. Not too bad. So the red stripe's got to go in there. So there's a little bit of paint gone through there. But I'll just get that off with a little bit of polish. And yeah. And then I'll just touch that a little bit up with a brush. So it should be alright. So quite pleased with that. Okay. Well, I'll catch you in a minute. Okay, so I've done the red stripe, but I've had a job. I tried masking it first, and I pulled some paint off, So I then decided to just do it, brush paint the red stripe by hand without any masking or anything, just try and get it in the where it's supposed to go. So I've done that now, and it's got like a bit of brush marks in it, but I'm hoping that when I lacquer it that should go. So I've done the lights on the back. I had a couple of little bits of masking tape that got off the roof, so I've touched those up. Unfortunately there's a bit by the door there, you can just see it in the light, that I've touched up because the masking tape pulled it off. There's a little bit there as well, and yet that's been quite a few days. So yeah, I'm just going to basically lacquer that now, and then I'll do the detailing, Molotov pen on the front, the grille, the lights and the outside edge of the bumper, and then put it all back together. But this is one that I've really I've had enough of now. You know, I've painted it, I've had to strip it down again, paint it again, and I'm just fed up with it now. I just want to finish it out the way. Okay, so I'm going to lacquer it and then we'll put it all back together. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so that's all lacquered, and I'm going to put the windscreen in now. It's a new windscreen I got. So here she is. It's had the bledge treatment. So I'm going to put a bit of this, the usual clear sticks like shove the old cotton bud in. Don't want to put too much. So put that in the bottom there. I don't know if I've quite got enough there. I might have to put a little bit more. Can't get it off. The cotton bud. Yeah, be a bit better. That's a bit better. A little bit more. Don't want to put too much. Okie doke. That should do her. Just wipe my old screwdriver. Okie dokie. Here we go. It's not a great fit, this one actually. Doesn't really fit well. There's a bit of a gap there, look. Oh well. Not a lot I can do about it. It's supposed to be for this model, but it doesn't look like. Oh well, it's going to have to do. I don't suppose you notice it too much unless you look down on it like that. That's going to bug me, that. Right, so I'm going to put the transfers on and then I'll do the detailing. Okay, I'm just gonna, I've got all the transfers here, so I'm gonna cut those out to a better size, cut them all out individually, and then I'll have a bash at putting them on. But you know what me and transfers are like, we don't get on very well. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I've put the first one in, the water. I've got my pound world glasses on ready. Here we go. Oh, come on. Told you me and transfers don't get on. Or decals. Decals. Buggers. Only just fits on there, tell you. Ah, bugger. That's the E busted off now. Quick, put him back. Come on. Go back. Oh, bugger. Come on. You just don't want to go. Where are you supposed to go? Oh, the ABC's come off of my hand now. Jesus. Bugger. Stay there. Let's see, it can stay like that. Right. I've got my picture on here where to put the decals. So this bugger here has got to go. If I can get him out. got to go up here. Okay, we've done that eventually. It's taken me about 3/4 of an hour. So all the transfers on now. So, right, so I've got to finish. I've got a white piece of plastic to put inside there, so I'll do that in a minute. But I'm going off to have my dinner now, so I'll see you in a minute. Right, I'm going to put this bit in. Now, on this moulding, I don't know if you can see up close, I thought it was like dirty rust marks and that on the plastic, but it's actually in the moulded plastic. I could have sprayed it, but then I thought no, I've given it a good clean, and I thought I'm going to leave it because that's how it was when it was made, so that will have always been there, so that's sort of part of the character of it, so I'm going to leave that as it is, and then obviously I'm going to put it back in here now. So let's get some more of my sticks like again, put that a bit on there. I'll put it inside the truck, inside the van. Yuck. I'll say what's happening. My missus is making faces through the window at me. Now she's laughing. Okay, here we go. Push it down. There you go. It's not bad. You can see that yellow mark just in that back window, but that's fine, I think. Right. Okay, so that's that bit done for now. So I've just got to sort the wheels out. Now I've washed them. I don't really want to paint them. So basically, one of them had that chunk out of it, and I'm not going to bother to do anything to patch it. I'll just turn the wheel around the other way. It's not quite, it's more worn that way, but I don't think you'll notice it too much, so I'll just turn it the other way. And some are a bit cleaner than the others, but I couldn't get that off. It's like rust marks from the axles, and I've put them in fairy liquid for about a week and swirled them around, and then I've really brushed them hard with a nylon brush, and that's as best as I can get them. So I'm just going to leave them like they are there. I've kept the original tyres. I've put them in pledge. A couple of them I think have got, or one of them has got a split in it a bit. I'll put that on the inside. I can't remember which one. Oh, that one. But it'll be alright. It's mostly going to be for display anyway, so it'll be fine. Keep it all original as much as I can. Okie doke. Right. I haven't cleaned the axles up yet, so I'm just going to polish those up, and then we'll put the wheels together. There's the old windscreen. It's a bit naff. So I'm just going to do like this with that and dry paper, get the rust off first, then I'll polish them up with some of that Opusol. Okay, so I'll do that, and then when I've done it, I'll put the wheels back on. Okay, so got the wheels all on. Don't look too bad. So I know I've had to put them the wrong way. So I'll put the base on now. I think I've got everything in there. Don't want to damage it, not at this late stage. I'm just going to check that I've drilled those deep enough. I think I have. Yeah. Yeah. No. No. And the back one. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so that's all drilled deep enough. So I don't think I've forgotten anything, I hope not. What I might do is put the glue down these first, or do I? No, I'll put the base plate on first. Okay. I'll put glue down each. That's it. Oh, I like this bit when you're putting it all back together and you're nearly done. Just got some of the paint off there now with my fingers. I've got super glue on my fingers. Okay, it's underneath. I can just touch that up. I've got full of fingerprints on the bottom. Right, I'll leave that dry a little bit. And then I've got to do the highlighting on the grill and the lights. So once that's dry a little bit, I'll touch that a little bit up. It's only a little bit on the bottom there, the grey. Once I've done that, I'll do the highlighting. Okay, catch you in a minute. Okay, got my Molotov pen. Yeah, I'm not very bloody hell, it's a pain in the arse with the camera. I think I should have done the bumper last, really. trying to do it in the camera, but not easy. I'm going to do those little bits. I'm going to do those little bits with a brush. Oh, drop everything on the floor, I do. Oh man, drop everything. I'm trying to get in a good position again for the camera, but it's not easy. Oh, come on. Not too bad. Right, wash me brush. Well, I'm pleased that's done, because I've had enough of this van, I really have. I'm not 100% happy. There's things that I could have done perhaps a bit different now. See, now I've finished it, now I've done it. But it's not bad, and it's 100 times better than what it was before. Okay, so we'll take a look now on the turntable. We'll take a look what it used to be like, and have a look at it again now. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have, well, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video in a week's time, hopefully. So ta-ra for now. Bye.